Oh snap, second video of the day. Let's talk about how to get out of survival mode. It's so many people who are like, bro, I'm just exhausted. I've been just trying to keep my head above water for so long. How can I get out of this? How can I get to the next phase to where I'm starting to thrive? Don't worry, my friend, I got you. Listen up. First of all, share this video if you like it. All right, let's do it. If you're stuck in survival mode, or you have been in the past, recognize something. How did you get there? How did you get into survival mode? You might think for a second, oh, well, let me go ahead and blame somebody else. Let me say, oh, my parents ain't provide enough wealth for me, so I was at a disadvantage to begin with. Oh, it's because I'm black, I'm a minority, I'm Hispanic, whatever it is, right? Okay, cool. Now blame yourself. Without blaming others, why are you in survival mode? All right? Now let's do it. I guarantee you're in survival mode because of one main reason. You're in survival mode because you didn't think big enough with what you were doing, and you're not actually, or you haven't yet been willing to put in everything that it took to get to the fruits on the other end of the struggle. Okay? Mind you, you might be in survival mode specifically because you're pursuing something that you know that you believe in. However, if you are in survival mode, you haven't figured out how to get out of it yet. So it's still the same thing. You have not thought big enough on a small scale or a big scale in order to merge the two worlds to get everything to flow into itself. Because you have to understand how to survive for now and still be putting in some type of effort that's going to benefit long-term you. Because so many people get caught up in doing just one or the other, right? Now, the people who end up getting stupid rich a lot of the time, when you self-made, right? It's a significant period of major sacrifice and struggle of some sort. That's what we usually all have in common whenever we make it. It's like, bruh, I did not have anything else on my mind but this one thing that I had to make come true. So I was struggling until I made it in that thing. All right, yeah, understandable. What about the other end of it? Somebody might just not necessarily have a vision yet, but they're just trying to take care of the short-term goals, aka they just trying to pay their bills. They just trying to take care of their rent. God dang, they trying to eat today. Stuff like that. So recognize that these are two very similar energies, and both of them can be cured with the same type of recognition of who you're supposed to be thinking like. Who are you supposed to think like? Are you supposed to think like the person who is in survival mode or struggling? Or are you supposed to think like the person who's already there at the goals, actually living that dream life? Which one is it? Well, let me tell you something. There's something to learn from both of those. You have to recognize how big of a deal it is for you to be this person now and then. So this is when your imagination comes into play. You're supposed to be able to visualize the lifestyle and what's gonna come of it from that lifestyle of, okay, now I'm living my dream life and this is what it takes in order to stay here and to continue to grow. All right. Now, if you're stuck in survival mode, present tense, right? Let's give an example. If you need food every day and you just like, damn, I'm trying to find where my next meal at. All right, cool. So you need some food. You got to come up with, first of all, recognizing where is the food at? Because if you don't even know where it's at, how you expect to get it? You got to find out who got the food, right? That's just logical. Find out who got the food. You'll find out what you can do for them in order for them to give it to you. Now, mind you, sometimes all you got to do is ask for it. Sometimes you might have to work for it. That is when you have to tap into that feminine energy of seeing the possibilities, right? Figure out how to solve people's problems. You could either go straight to the food and get the food, or you can get some money and then use that money to go to who got the food. Either way, you have to know who has the food. So don't get distracted and thinking that you need money. No, typically you don't actually need money. You need the things that money can buy. So unless you have a specific type of business you're trying to succeed in, you actually don't usually directly need money in order to take care of your personal needs. Your business might need money. Yeah, businesses definitely need money. You need the things that money can buy. So follow me here. If you know you need some food, right? You like, bro, where the food at? Boom, you find out where the food at. All right, it's at the food pantry. You know what you got to do then? Come up with a way to get to the pantry. You got to come up with a sense of direction. You got to get directions. You're going to use your GPS and it's going to give you directions. You're going to look at a map. You're going to ask somebody how to get there. You're going to goddamn just roam mindlessly and just hope to God that you run into one day. Like, what you going to do? You're going to Google it, find out where they at, find out who got it. You're going to pick up the phone and ask them if they can deliver it. You got to come up with some type of strategy and detail, because you have to realize there's so many possibilities for how to get what you want. There's unlimited ways for you to get what you want, because of course you can get what you want, right? God wouldn't have put you here if you couldn't have the life that you wanted. But you have to give yourself permission to live that life, which is what I was talking about in my most two recent videos before this one. You have to give yourself permission to live that life in which you actually are benefiting long-term from your short-term pursuits. You have to have this mentality where it's like, okay, I know I can have what it is that I want. I know that I'm going to make mistakes on this path. You might make a wrong turn, metaphorically speaking, or literally on your way to the goal, on your path to the goals. But the whole time, as long as you know what you are intending on getting to, and you're actually doing your best as far as being critical on yourself, as far as actually being disciplined with whatever it takes to get done what you need to get done, doing your part, God's gonna take care of the rest, bro. I promise you. The universe is gonna take care of the rest. You cannot think that there's any possibility that you're gonna fail and then you're not gonna get it. No, you're gonna fail, but only temporarily. And it's actually not really supposed to be seen as failure if you don't give up. You only fail when you quit. Otherwise, you just learn. You're going to make mistakes. Duh. That's because you don't really know exactly what to do to get to what you want. This is life, bro. That's why life is a puzzle. Life is about solving problems. Life is about recognizing what the goal is, finding a path to it, and then regardless of what type of obstacles show up on that path, because there will surely be obstacles. But being certain that you want to stick with it because of what that goal is, knowing where that path is going to take you, that's the difference between he who succeeds and he who, blames others for their lack of success. So hopefully you get where I'm coming from with that. You can do it. Till next time.